it finally came. Oh. So they make a bunch of different sizes of this, but this one, or well, I say a bunch. It's a few. It's not a bunch, but this is the bigger version. This is the Cut-65DS. Let's go ahead and get to cutting it open. Even though it's a relatively cheap machine, it's proven to be a pretty awesome product. I mean, if you look through the reviews on it, sure, there's always a few people that are upset and want their voice heard, you know, but for the most part, these things, for as cheap as they are, they have really good reviews. So that's why I finally picked one up. And at the price point of $349, yeah, I mean, it's a lot cheaper than a lot of other plasma cutters on the market. Say you even go to Harbor Freight. Dude, Harbor Freight, you're still spending like double this. Or close to it. Okay, so come with an instruction manual that we're definitely not going to read. A couple of air fittings. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, a couple of quick connect air fittings. In the bag, what else do we got? We have AFR. So probably a flow regulator / dryer. Yes, that's what it is. That's pretty cool. So see, comes with its own. It comes with, it looks like, yeah, it comes with the mounting bracket. And let's see, I bet this is a gauge. What do you bet? Man, it got something stabbed through the box. I don't know what that is, but hopefully it's okay. Yeah, okay, it looks okay. Yeah, there you go. It'll focus. It's not focusing, but anyways, yeah, up to 150 psi on that, but that's not what you run. That's never what you run on a plasma. So that's nice. Even though I do have a dryer on the air compressor itself, this will be a second line of defense against moisture, because the last thing you want in a plasma cutter is moisture. So one thing that a lot of people that are foreign to this don't really know is it doesn't require, it's not like a welder. It doesn't require bottles of inert gases or anything like that. It's literally just electricity and compressed air. And a meat hook. Gotta have that. Okay, here's our torch. Now, the one thing I didn't do, I didn't buy any consumables. I should have done that while I was shopping around on Amazon, but for some reason it escaped my my mind there for a bit. Oh God! Wow. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so obviously, yeah, this is your torch, right? What is this? This is, oh, dude, it's got a safety. Look at that. So you can't accidentally set it down and hit the trigger. Dude, that's kind of a nice little feature right there. But look at this. See this? It swivels rather than it being 100% rigid. It swivels a little bit there. That's kind of nice. On the end, you got your gas hookup right there. A couple of electrical leads. Nothing too crazy, but dude, I like that safety. That's a nice touch. And then it also comes with this, which is, here, let me put this. So it also comes with this, you know, the standoff. It just goes right on the end, like that. See? To maintain so you're not grounding out the tip on your workpiece, dipping into the puddle and stuff like that while you're cutting. Let's see, anything else? Here we go. Comes with what appears to be some airline polyurethane tube, I guess, to link the air pressure regulator. And then, okay, here is the ground clamp. Okay, it's a normal twist lock, like a welder, just it's the smaller size. But yeah, let's see how many feet this ground clamp is. Holy moly! Okay, that would be probably 8 foot, which that's not too bad. Let's put that to the side. And we also got this. So this is a dual voltage unit. You can either run it off a 240 or 120, right? Now, you got to be careful because if you're running it at 120, it'll obviously only handle a certain amperage because watts are watts, no matter how you cut it. So this will fit my plug that I run my welder off of. So that's actually perfect. Now, if I had one complaint about this product, it would be this. It looks like it's from Tiffany & Co. I don't know why they chose these terrible colors for this unit. And if it wasn't such a good price point on this, it would be almost enough to turn somebody away. And that's not even a lie. I'm being dead serious. So here you go. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? Yeah, it comes with a pack of candy too. But look at this. This thing looks like it's from Tiffany. Oh my god, that's terrible looking. Maybe we'll... Look at this stupid thing. This looks ridiculous. Look at this stupid thing. This thing, I hate this color. But, like I said, it says right there on the side, 120, 220, or 120, 220. 110, 220. Right there. See? Oh, okay. Here's the front, your controls. Okay, that feels nice. It's not too chintzy. But, okay, what is this? This is, oh, that's for your torch, your ground clamp. There's all your hookups right there. Nothing too crazy. Here you can see simple on off. It's got a cooling fan, air vent. This is the air. So you saw the quick connects in this bag, right? Yeah, so those obviously go to, oh, look at this. It even has a mounting place. These two screws right here, these are for this bracket. So that's kind of a nice touch. They give you everything you need. It even has a spot to hook up a chassis ground. Like if you actually wanted to ground this unit, you could. They thought of that from the factory, which is nice. Let's get into the, oh geez, operator's manual. Something we usually look at on here at R&D. So I ended up actually going over to my toolbox and finding one. It's a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. So 1/4 inch MPT by a 1/4 inch quick connect. I found some cheap thread tape that I'm not really... Cheap thread tape is the worst, you guys. I don't... Ugh, that's just... Okay, this isn't going to work. I got to go get the good stuff. That's just terrible. Alright, I got some of the good stuff here. Always remember when you're wrapping threads, point the threads towards you and go clockwise. Always skip over the very first thread. Don't put anything on it. Some people will even do 2 threads back. Rule of thumb is 3 wraps of tape. I don't even know if I did 3 there, but I'm just letting you know what the rule of thumb is. Okay, there we go. So once again, mind the arrow. This is the back side of it. It's the front side of it, but the arrows are the same. See, air goes in, air goes out. Here we go. We're going to do our little pressure gauge here. Guy was trying to hire me out there to work on his F100. I don't have time nor the space for such a thing. He wants to pay somebody to restore it, man. I'd rather work for free on my own crap than get paid for it. That makes a lot of sense, don't it? Yeah, probably not. Alright, I gotta go grab some wrenches. I'll be back. Got it all put together. Air in, air out, pressure gauge. Now we're ready to mount that up on the back side here. Alrighty, oh geez. Okay, don't lose the little bits. You got to keep them. Okay, there it is. You got to keep in mind the little tab that's on there. I don't know if you can see that. See the tab? It locks it in. So you got to be mindful. You don't want to mounted upside down accidentally because it has to lock in. There's a series of tabs around on this thing. So that means the tab has to point down like that in order to properly work. Perfect. All right, now just take the nut off the top, fit that up in there like that, spin that on, give her a really light crank. There we go. Man, they gave us a ton of hose. Wonder what the reasoning for that is. I guess for a remote mount, probably a remote, either to make this remote or to make the main fitting remote. Because remember, they gave us another one of these. I guess you could plug that in there and then run, say, like this over to... That's gotta be it. But I don't want, 10 feet of this line hanging off of the plasma cutter here. I'll keep the rest of this on hand because you just never know, but just cut out a little section of it. Hopefully that's tight. So these are just push to connect. See? Just push it in like so. And then we'll do the same over here. Come on. Don't fight me. Now if this leaks, I'll have to redo it, but there we go. That's nice and compact, just like that. Okay, let's take it over to the power supply. Okay, here we go. Now we got all this crap. All right, ground clamp. You just line up the little tab, twist it in like that. Done. Now the torch has 3 connections. So one, come on. This is a nice touch. What they did here, so they just put to where you don't really need any tools. They left a hex on it, so you could, but I'm betting you could just twist this on by hand. That's a nice touch. Well, I say it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch until it fails. Like if this spins inside the nut, yeah, that sucks. You don't want that. First, I'm going to go ahead and put the ground on. Or, well, I say the ground. It looks like just a little ground, but that is your arc start. That's what they labeled it as here. Okay, we'll put our washer on. Put our thumb screw on. I'm going to put that like up out of the way. There we go. Tighten that down. Okay, we got our 2-pin connector here. 2-pin quick connect. Okay. We will tighten that one on if I can. My fingers are too fat. Okay. Gotta have strong meat hooks for this, guys. And now, oh, dude. Okay. Well, that kind of came off. It's supposed to. But that was surprising. It kind of scared me for a second. Not gonna lie. So let's just see how it does here. If it doesn't work out, we'll just pull it off and use a wrench. Not a big deal. Oh, dude. Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. All right, there we go. We are going to run 220 to this, so we're going to plug in our adapter that it came with, just like that. Oh, jeez. 220 volt. Oh, God. Kind of excited because I noticed in the pictures whenever I was buying it that this is exactly the same as I got right here. This is a 50 amp setup here. So there we go. Now I need to connect the air. Oh, come on. All right, guys, I really need to clean this shop. This is getting ridiculous. I have stuff everywhere. First, I should probably look through the manual and see what pressure it's supposed to be operating at first. Let me do that. So according to the manual, if you guys see here, I was looking for the pressure regulator setting, but it actually has an internal one that is preset from the factory. So the thing is you could technically run any pressure you want through this. The regulator on the back, you could literally just run full bore, 120 psi if you want, because it's internally regulated right inside of here. I think, if memory serves me correctly, most plasma cutters I've ever used were, I think it was 65 psi to 85 psi for the most part. But if it don't matter, it don't matter, because it's got its own internal regulator inside. That's kind of crazy. So let's see what we got here. We have 0 psi. All regulators for the most part are about the same. You unlock them by pulling the handle and then turning the knob inwards, usually raises pressure. There we go, see? Now, I'm getting a leak here. Why am I getting a leak? Where's the leak? Oh, let's keep turning. Let's see what happens. Well, it ain't fixing itself, so... Uh-oh. This ain't looking too good, huh? Alright. I do have a leak somewhere on here. I'll have to figure out... I think it's coming out of the back of the gauge. It's not a big deal. Gauges are cheap. I can plug it for now. But as you can see here, we raise the pressure by pulling it out, turning it clockwise as if you're turning it inward, right? And it's exactly the opposite if you want to reduce the pressure. So if you're using it, moving it around, all that, make sure it's clicked inward to lock it in. If you want to adjust pressure, always pull out and adjust it down or up. So we'll just set it at like 90 psi. What do you say? You know there's air because you can hear it. Jesus Christ, that ain't no good at all, is it? And contact. Hey, the fan works. Let's check our settings. What is this thing at? 10? I don't know. Do you think this will cut 18 gauge with 10 amps? Maybe. Let's see. Oh, trigger guard got me that time. Okay, it's nice, but it might get old after a while. I don't know. Something to get used to. Okay, it did go through it, but I think I'm going to go ahead and jack the amps up here a little bit. Let's go to a solid 20. Let's just double what we had going on there. Let's just double it. Okay, try it again, and away we go. Wow. Okay. That's really nice, you guys. That's really nice. Let's check the underside. There's some slag to it, but you just got to get your amperage setting correctly. Let's crank it up some more. Turn it up to 30. See how fast we cut it that time. Here we go. And contact. I said contact. Woo, that's nice. Okay, that was a much cleaner cut. I was able to move faster, and it left less dross on the backside. Dross is it's anytime you're using a cutting torch or a plasma cutter, on the backside of the cut, back here, it'll be like, It's like molten blown through steel, and that's called dross. Try it again. Oh man, that's nice. It's gonna take me a little bit to get the hang of this plasma cutter, but man, guys, this is nice. That there's a catch me out, boys. I tell you what. Woo-wee. All right, boys, let's see how she does. Let's turn it up a little bit. We're at 30 right now. We're going to go ahead and turn it up to... Let's just go to 40 for funsies. Let's see how fast we can go on this. Wow. See how nice of a cut that is? Minimal dross on the backside. And look at that. I'm already touching it. That was a nice, quick, clean cut. Man. So, I don't usually do tool reviews and stuff like that too much, but I've been wanting one of these for a long time. It's been on the list, and the YESWELDER brand was on my radar. Stellar reviews and an amazing price point. So, push come to shove, when it finally came for me to drop some money on one, this was the one I decided I need to get now long term. We'll see how it works out, but there's a lot of people out there have a lot of great results with this thing. So, until next time, guys,